Why this story might be one of the scariest you'll ever read or hear, you'll find out in the coming details. At one point in time in France, one of the most supportive European countries for short films, especially the Clermont-Ferrand International Short Film Festival, which is one of the biggest in the world, a short film was produced, aimed specifically at children, and it was categorized as horror comedy. What made it interesting is that the cast was a real-life family playing themselves in the film. During filming, there was a scene involving a child from that family. As seen in the picture shown, two actors were wearing black masks and appeared to be capturing him. After the scene was filmed, that very same night, the boy complained to his mother that he felt a burning sensation on his back, like he was scorched or burned. When his mother checked his back, she was horrified to find the exact mask design worn by the masked characters, imprinted on his back in the form of puncture holes, as if someone had taken a needle and pricked his skin to draw the mask pattern. Terrified, the mother asked him who did this to him or how it happened. The boy said no one hurt him, but before shooting that specific scene, a man from the film crew took him aside, saying he wanted to review the script with him. This man showed the boy a book with the same mask design, but the drawing was made using punctures on the page, just like what later appeared on his back. The man asked him to close his eyes, trace the design with his finger, and follow his instructions. While the boy was doing that, the man placed both his hands on the boy's head and whispered something in a low voice. The child said he felt numb and experienced something he couldn't describe. When the man finished talking and the boy opened his eyes, it felt like he had just woken up from a dream. He barely remembered why he had gone with the man in the first place and forgot the details until much later. The mother connected this incident to her son's strange behavior after filming the scene. He was grinding his teeth and giving people around him hostile looks, very unlike his usual self. She told the father everything, and the next day he reported the incident to the film producers. But the shock came when the boy described the man. His appearance didn't match anyone on the crew. They gathered the entire team, and the boy confirmed the man wasn't among them. Even more disturbing, the set location was highly secure, and no one could enter without official permission. The producers swore no outsiders were present during filming. So, was the boy hallucinating? Lying? But if so, how did the mask pattern end up on his back so grotesquely? The father took the boy to a doctor, who said the case was unexplainable and had no medical diagnosis, but mentioned that a renowned specialist would be at the hospital the next day and might help since he had likely seen many rare skin cases. The father returned the next day with his son, only to discover that the specialist doctor had been found strangled in his clinic. More terrifying, when they found his body, he was wearing the same mask from the film and the boy's back. It seemed like the doctor knew something and was silenced before revealing the truth. Even weirder, when the father went back to the first doctor who had promised to refer him, the man denied ever meeting him or making such a promise. This made the father fear a larger conspiracy, so he took his son and fled the hospital. Meanwhile, the holes in the boy's back kept expanding daily in a horrifying way, to the point that his bones began showing through the flesh. The family became frantic and demanded answers from the filmmakers, who were equally shocked and clueless. Then comes the second picture. It shows a clown holding an axe, standing with the same family in a movie scene. But if you focus on the photo, you'll notice a large arm belonging to someone not part of the frame, visibly oversized compared to everyone else. The family swore no one like that was present during filming, and things started pointing toward a supernatural force, maybe even witchcraft. They began searching for someone who could explain or break this curse. But the boy's condition continued deteriorating. His body temperature would rise to the point where his mother said she could physically get burned from touching him. Then suddenly he would become ice cold. Eventually, he lost the ability to speak, even as the family desperately visited doctors who still couldn't diagnose him. But despite his silence, the mother claimed she heard him talking in his room multiple times. When she'd enter, she would find him standing in front of the wall, as if speaking to someone unseen. What's worse, he was speaking in a language she didn't recognize, and the moment she'd call his name, he'd stop, lie on his bed, and freeze like a corpse. The holes on his back kept growing, and green patches like mold appeared on his skin. One day, the mother discovered worms crawling out of the holes, a terrifying and revolting sight. The father was lost, unable to find help, and the boy was near death. Finally, he found a man experienced in witchcraft and showed him the mysterious photo with the unexplained arm. The sorcerer agreed to hold a ritual session with the boy, but requested the entire family and everyone in the photo be present. They gathered in the boy's room, and the sorcerer brought strange books, reading in a language they didn't understand. Suddenly, he asked for a glass of water urgently. The mother rushed to the kitchen, but as she was getting the water, she heard horrifying screams from the room. So loud and terrifying she dropped the glass in shock. She ran back to find a child, her son, dressed as the clown from the photo, holding the axe. Everyone in the room, her entire family and the sorcerer, were lying dead, with their skulls split from top to neck in the exact same way. The only one left alive was her son, and this confirmed to her that her son was the one who killed them even though the costume completely covered his face. He was the only one not among the dead. But what was strange was, where did he get the clown suit and the axe? And how could a small child kill fully grown adults like that? The woman, panicking and screaming hysterically, ran to the police and told them, "My son killed my husband and my children." The police were shocked by the story. How could a little boy do such a thing? But when they arrived at the scene and examined the crime scene, they were stunned to find that the young boy was also among the dead. And not only that, every corpse was wearing the same black mask from the film's image. That's when the police began to suspect the mother was mentally unstable, especially after hearing what she claimed. She became the prime suspect in the case. She was arrested and formally charged with murder. But the strange part was everyone involved in the film whom the authorities tried to contact for testimony, the film crew, the photographers, the people behind the production, had all mysteriously disappeared. Not a single trace was found. It was as if the earth had opened and swallowed them whole. Eventually, the woman was executed. But the final horror came when the hospital handed over her body for burial. They found her wearing the exact same black mask that her family members were wearing when they were found dead. And no one could explain how the mask got there, or who put it on her.
Like, subscribe and don't forget to hit the bell icon to never miss a scare.